Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. Joining me in the studio, Sue Wemyss. Wemyss. I always see, even I get it wrong, and I've known you for years. So I apologize. Can we start again? Hey, joining me in the studio, Sue Wemyss from Great Glen Trails.
Great.
Sue, how are you today?
Good.
And you're ecstatic because all this white stuff.
Yeah, it's best ski conditions in 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. It's
last winter was not the best for cross country skiing.
No, we'd just as soon forget that. Except we had some high points.
Yeah.
But this year's starting out really great.
And I've heard the skiing's great up there.
Yeah. The skiing's great. The snowshoeing's beautiful. The snow coach is running, and we also have snow tubing. So there's always a lot to do up there in the snow, and it's beautiful, just scenic.
It's one of the most scenic places. I was up, I'm always up there in the summer for the mountain bike, and also we were there in the fall for the trail running. And there's just, you walk over that bridge or ride over the bridge or skate over the bridge or ski over the bridge, and it just opens up. It's just beautiful up there, and you're just in that picturesque environment.
Yeah, it's worth making the drive up into Pinkham Notch to see it, because we're right at the base of the Northern Presidentials.
Yep.
And they're spectacular. And right now, the way the snow is hanging on all the evergreens, I mean, picture perfect.
Now, one of the other things too, I did some snowshoeing last year up there, and then right before we came on air, we were talking about, because with Great Glen, obviously you've got some stuff into the mountains and up into the hills, but you do have such an expansive flat area and right by the river and everything else. So let's talk about that, just in terms of the amount of terrain you've got at Great Glen.
Yeah, we have a lot of variety. I mean, we do have the completely flat by the river area, which is a great place for skiers who are starting out and families and kids, and then we get into the hills, and the trails are really fun. They were designed specifically for cross-country skiing and biking, and so they're rolling, they're turning, they go by interesting little areas that are sometimes noted. Yeah. Coffee Pot Rock is this big glacial erratic.
And you got the Split Rock.
That's right. Yep.
And the Dragon Eggs, Les Œufs de Dragon, or whatever it is in French too.
That's right. We've got French translations of our signs that makes it fun. So we really have terrain for everybody. And
it's in and out of the woods too, which is nice, because with cross country, that's one of the nice things is kind of having that variety. You don't want just completely open, but you don't want completely wooded either. So you want to have that mix up.
Yeah, in the open areas, you're going to get great views to the mountains that are beautiful, and then you go into the woods, and it's not. I love being in the forest myself, and also it's a good option if it happens to be a real breezy day. Then you go into the woods, and it's totally different in the woods. It's protected and quiet.
Yeah. And you're at the base of a couple big mountains, aren't you? There?
We are, yep.
Which one? Mount Washington, I think. Mount Adams.
Yep, we've got Mount Washington, of course, the highest in the Northeast. Mount Adams is second highest in New Hampshire, and then there's also Madison and Jefferson hovering there.
Right. So just spectacular views.
Yeah, and we have a wonderful the Glenview Cafe that serves breakfast and lunch and snacks, and then there's a nice dining room with big picture windows. So even if you're not going to come up and be active, which we hope you are, you can come up, have lunch, and be gazing out at the scenery. Yep,
and a good place to warm up.
Yep.
And get all cozy.
Do some shopping too. We have the Great Glen Outfitters for your winter clothing and equipment. Now,
if I need rentals?
Oh yeah.
You have rentals?
We do, yep. If you don't have your own equipment, or you want to try something new, we have both skate rentals, skate skiing, classic ski rentals, and snowshoe rentals.
And knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
I like the knowledgeable people. That to me, I need the knowledgeable people. Otherwise, it's like, I have no clue. Yeah,
we try to really help people out, and we love having folks come to Great Glen. That really, that's why we're there. That's what makes us happy. So, when you come up there, we hope you feel very welcome.
And then you also have some regular events every week, don't you?
Coming up, well, you've done our biking and running series. We've
got
ski series coming up, the Nordic Meisters. That starts, it's Tuesdays, and it's starting, I think that's January 7th is the Tuesday.
Following week, yeah.
Yep, and then some other things that are happening. I have the last of the Nordic warm-up classes on January 1st. That's a program of helping folks kind of get back on their skis. And then we have, I'm really excited, on Sunday, January 13th, we're having Kids Ski Fest. It's a one-day event, sort of a mini festival.
Yeah.
Last year we held the Bill Koch League Festival. And this one, we're going to have a great obstacle course made by Steve Svensson. We're going to have some big game sessions on skis.
Nice.
There'll be a ski to the cabin with treats up there, a little team sprint relay race. That's January 13th. The following weekend is our Women's Winter Escape. It's a weekend just for women, and it's limited in numbers and has all kinds of ski clinics and snowshoe, yoga, a fashion show, a functional fashion show that's a lot of fun. So we have a lot going on.
Oh, that's great. And you can check everything out on the website, because you got a great website. I know that Hans is popping it up right there on the screen, and that is, of course, www.
GreatGlenTrails.com.
Oh, that's too easy.
Oh, do you want
GreatGlenTrails.com. No, I know, that's what I'm saying. You know, sometimes it's always those complicated, you know, Great Glen Trails of the Northern Paths, you know, whatever. So GreatGlenTrails.com. Get all the information you need right there. And I think you bring it up well. One of the things that I think is so much fun is you know an area, like I know the area for biking and stuff, and then to suddenly be there in the winter, it's magical. It's a totally different experience, and I'm sure it's the same way too for the people who cross country ski there in the winter, and then they suddenly come to the bike race. They're like, oh, this is what it looks like without snow, and so it's that whole combination. You got it all right there, that whole package.
Good, lots of fun.
Well, Sue, thanks so much for coming down and seeing us, and I'm sure we're going to see you up there. I'm sure we're going to see you here too.
Good.
And just go to GreatGlenTrails.com, get all the information you need about Great Glen Trails. Sue, thanks again.
Thank you, Rob.
We'll be back in a minute here on White Mountains Today.